Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week. Here we go. End of January, start of February. Crazy. That seemed to just blow right by us. I don't know if you're feeling the same. Most people that I talked to just said it just, we blinked and it was over. Um, this week, interesting, a little bit of interesting stuff going on. Probably the most predominant thing is there's a comet that's passing close to Earth. We didn't name this one, but I think it's called 2022. I can't remember the letters after that. Anyway, so yeah, it's passing close. It's a what they call a green comet. So if you do happen to see it, you'll see a green tail trailing behind. Um, what else was there about it? It's something we haven't seen in 50,000 years. How they even calculate that is Um, so if we talk, let's talk 50,000 years. So really, we'd probably be talking, who even knows, who was around, what was going on, that kind of stuff. So I would say there's that, it's probably really more Atlantean and Lemurian energy coming through with that. Um, so it'll be interesting to see when this passes. I've read a couple of things from different channelers and intuitive people, and yeah, comets usually mark the start of something big, of a big sweeping change to the planet. So yeah, we'll just see how it plays out. That's on Wednesday that it makes its closest approach, but apparently you can see it anytime now from like the 28th, a couple days ago, up till the first. First should be the best day that you can see it. So on Wednesday. But yeah, let's get into the read for the week. Oh, and then yeah, I guess we have a new moon on Sunday, the 5th, I believe it is. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't get to do Holding Space Sunday this week. Still just trying to recover from having the cold and just not really having a ton of energy still. Um, so yeah, I did start to record a little version of um, just talking about the event and what's going on. So I might even release that on Wednesday, um, just in case that comet like brings in a ton of energy, and that's part of you know, this great energy coming in. Um, yeah, we'll talk about it. I'll make a point of trying to upload that my little um, point of view of what the event is, what the Great Solar Flash is, all of that, and I'll share my story too about when I first heard about that and how it transpired from there. So I will definitely work on getting that video up this week. So uh, without any further ado, let's take a look at this week and see what we've got going on. I think the overall theme for the week was just to um, really, those kind of ending the last couple days, just making sure we're careful about, again, the words we're using, what we're saying to people, um, just being really cognizant of not getting in people's faces, not playing the "I told you so" game, uh, not furthering the division. That's the big thing I think that we're heading into is we've got to turn off the faucet of fear, because we got to starve out those lower energies. If we don't want you know certain things to transpire, we need to band together and not be separate. Um, we do this all together. All right, let's look at the overall theme for the week. We got the High Priestess, which is I lift the veils of ignorance and darkness. So we're still in that phase. It's like, but we can lift those veils without being judgmental and accusatory to other people. Um, and in fact, what's happening is like those veils are being lifted for us. We're not really doing that hardcore work. Um, but as that veil gets lifted and the really dark and ugliness is seen, um, we're working on transmuting it and for ourselves so it's not so harsh. But then also, providing the lighthouse for other people as they start to wake up to this reality and what's been really going on. So we just keep holding the line, you guys, this week. And I know it's a, I know a lot of people are struggling. Even I'm having a lot of issues with it. It's like it's feeling a bit hopeless, but that's right where they want us. So we gotta shut the fear faucet off. That's what I keep saying. Oh, we got two here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so let's read this one first. Balance. Yeah, so it's keeping the balance between everyone. If you look at like how they're actually, because of the balance they're keeping, they're holding each other up. So, and again, it's kind of symbolic, this red and this blue color, which we tend to associate with political issues. Um, but we need to come into balance and hold each other up and for the same goal. Because if we're out of balance, one of us is going to fall down, or both of us might. It might be that like inertia where we just both fall to the side. We work better together, and we're here to keep the balance, hold the line, hold the energy, and keep it at a high vibration. And then we also got for this week that it's the ready. We got the ready but waiting card. So this is again for me. This is the peace stuff. So again, the fear out there is like through the roof, right? Um, there's so much talk about so many things, which I'm not gonna, give it space by talking about because, and so I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But it's the opposite of this peace, right? Of not having peace, and there's a lot of fear being stoked. Um, that that piece is about to be destroyed. But this card is letting us know to hold the line, keep the faith. Don't go into despair and hopelessness because the peace dove is at our heart and we're waiting for that. There is a right moment coming. So um, the basics of that is don't panic. Um, Stay in your heart, stay in peace, know that you're going to be, everything's going to be okay. Okay, we're going to be okay. Um, and do your best to not feed into the fear, because that as soon as we lower to that energy, they win. So if you don't want them to win, those lower energies, then you have to cut them off. They literally energetically feed off of fear. And fear comes in many, like, it all boils down to fear, but anger, uh, so any of the shouting, the anti, the, pushback, any pushback, that's all a version of fear, right? We're pushing back because we're fearful of what, that stuff's being taken away from us and, that we're not in control. And all of that is actually not true. So the best thing we can do is is keep the faith and hold on to that image. Keep putting this dove of peace in your heart. Another symbology for that is putting the Christ consciousness in your heart, right? Um, and just, it sometimes feels like you're doing nothing, but if you're keeping that vibration at the highest level possible, that is the best work we can do right now for ourselves and then for the collective. So we just need everybody to start doing that so that, it's a mass number of people, of souls doing that and flipping the tables on them and shutting the tap off. It's like, we're not feeding you anymore. Your time is up, my friend. So do your best this week. Do your best to stay in your heart, stay in love. Let's look at the days day by day and see what's going on. And on the certain days, I'll allude to couple things that are going on, like the comet. Maybe we'll read an extra card for what that comet means. And I might read right through on this one till Sunday, just in case I don't get to do holding space. But I'm guessing I'll probably do holding space, but it'll be a moon reading, and maybe even do that one live. So if you happen to be home and you want to join, usually do those lives at 8 or 9 at night. So we'll do the cards, and if you're online, we can chat and we can pull some cards for you. So I'll put an announcement up later this week if that's what I'm gonna do. So anyway, because it's also been a long time since I've done a live. All right, let's look at the day by days of the week and see what's happening. All right, so let's see what we have in store for Monday. Yeah, I have a feeling this week is just going to be a lot of like uh, us focusing on two things: keeping the peace, loving ourselves. First, love yourself, and then just to really like. It's just like I feel like it's going to be a week of just more information coming out, and just us processing that without super freaking out. So again, just staying in your heart and staying aligned and not panicking. All right, so Monday, the first card that we got is the Pleiadian activation, coming together, harmony in the heavens, and resolution. We also got roots of abundance. So yeah, and then we got spring, which is awakening, projects, and renewal. It's good. It's like these things that have been happening are starting to bloom and grow. So again, we've got nice firm roots, firmly planted, feeling safe, secure. That's all root chakra. Safe, security, abundant, not living in lack. Um, so just know those roots are firmly planted. We're really connected to Mother Earth. It's going to be fine this week. So just keep focusing again on abundance and what we want to see, right? And just know we're just in this process of awakening to what the world really is and what this energy really is. Renewal, it's just starting this time, right? And then resolution was the and harmony in the heavens. So I mean that's a great way to start out this week. Sometimes we don't always get a great start to the Monday, you know. Monday can be that day where it's a little bit much. Um, these are all good. Just remembering we're connected to Mother Earth. We're going through this awakening and renewal together. We're firmly planted. We're safe and secure. We have everything we need, always abundant, whether that's wealth, health, all of it. It encompasses it all. And then, we're starting to come together and creating this harmony in the heavens and resolution of uh, these terrible things that have been happening on this planet as of late. And, let's be honest, for a couple hundred years, we haven't really been super nice. Anyway, or thousands, who knows? Depends how far we go back. So, Monday, what I'm just getting from this is just a reminder, just a reminder that we are safe and secure and everything is going according to plan. And there is an awakening happening, um, and that there will be resolution for the way things used to be. Um, so just keep focusing on love and abundance for Monday. All right, and let's now take a look at Tuesday. Yeah, with this week too, I think I think I said at the beginning that it was a new moon, but it's actually a full moon. I always mess those up when I'm first talking about them, but we'll get into those details like when we get to the end of the week, when we get to the moon. Um, but it's still, yeah, it's still a week of definitely, watching what we're saying, uh, just kind of, not getting involved in all the lower frequency stuff. Um, we do have a couple other things that I'll read when we're getting into like tomorrow. the first, right? Is in bulk, so we'll talk a little bit about that. And then, of course, two, the portal, right? There's the portal on Thursday. So, we have to, we'll maybe pull an extra card on the portal for that week, for that day. All right. Okay. So Tuesday. Tuesday. We got the Anunnaki light codes, an energetic shift, new information, and end of a cycle. Yeah, it's really interesting. This is all the theme is that we're in this process. Again, we just it's kind of what came up when I was talking about the event is that, and I should have put that video up first maybe. This will make more sense. But if you go watch it after this, it'll make more sense. So I'll definitely put it up. But it's just like initially it was always like there would be like one sweeping event happen and we'd all enlighten and awaken and ascend. But what we're starting to notice is that it's happening in increments so that it's not so drastic and scary. So just knowing every day of this week, little bits of things are going to start happening and continue to happen. And it's going to continue because this is a continual process. It doesn't really have an end point. Um, it's, and some of it's not going to be pretty and some of it's going to be awesome, but it's happening. And it's great. So it's just like take it day by day, see what energy comes in, see the new, see what's going on. So new information and end of a cycle, which is great. We want that old cycle to end. It's so barbaric and so heavy and sad and lack and just too much. And it cannot continue. There's too much light flooding this planet, and raising that up. So we've got to let that stuff go. We also got Awakening Genius, which is always my favorite card just because it's just got so much wisdom in that card, like an opening to the heavens. So again, the shift is in process, everybody. Uh, we got Snake, rebirth, release, integration. So again, that release piece, releasing the old, things that aren't serving us. The old system is coming to an end. Be ready for the energetic shift and the new information and light that's coming in. We're rebirthing ourselves and this planet, right? And the integration piece is really critical there. That's why I think it's happening in increments because we have to take in a little bit of new information and integrate it, and then the next can come, and it's building blocks. Like it, yeah, I think if we just went into this and like it just like was like one flash and everything changed, it would be too much for our souls. And we'd spend more time trying to reconcile what just happened to us. Whereas now, is it just coming into pieces? We just have to like, yeah, just keep pulling that thread. Like, and as those pieces come in, keep exploring and keep moving forward until we get to this like wise, awakened genius. Okay, that's Tuesday. All right, taking a look at Wednesday, so the 1st of February. This is the day that the comet is said to be closest to us and probably most visible. Again, comets historically have brought around massive changes. On this day, a lot of people are talking about that this might very well be when certain prophecies are revealed to us finally, like so that new information coming in piece. It's also in bulk, which is or Saint Bridget's Day. So if you want to look up the meaning of Saint Bridget and what she is all about, um, basically it's a halfway point between winter solstice and the spring equinox, which we're heading into. So it kind of it's those calendar points that like we really should be following, which are the natural nature of Earth and how it moves. So yeah, I just like to use that day as a day of renewal and celebrating spring. So um if you're interested in that, it's always, it's always neat to look at other traditions and celebrations, and you can incorporate that into your field. Um, the interesting thing is that this week too is, you know, it's a good week for working on our spiritual things for ourselves, our gifts, and um, our spiritual life. So meditating more this week, and journaling, and that. So maybe you want to do like a specific meditation or journaling exercise on these different sort of, spiritual happenings that are going on in the stars right now. So before I get to what the Wednesday overall day means, I am gonna just, I don't have any, only celestial cards I have are the moon ones. So I'm just gonna do, I just want to see what this comet means. What's its in, like, what's the intention of this comet coming through? Or what is it for? I'm not even sure this is the right deck. We'll see what we get. Okay, which is funny because we just came out of this, we just came out of the new moon in Aquarius, but this is for the full moon, but it's the Be Real card. So yeah, I think it's like that comet's coming in um, to just really shine the light on what is real, what reality really is. So it's not just about us being authentic and real. Um, Definitely could see some interesting energy coming in with that comment about exposing, um, exposing all the old ways of things. And then for us to realize, like, oh, hey, that's not what I thought it was. But in reality is that I am a extremely powerful being that has amazing gifts and can work energy. So I feel by Wednesday, yeah, we're definitely gonna probably get some better inklings. Again, those tangible results, where we can see like we can see what we're, you know, who and what we truly are in this energetic universe. All right, let's just look at the overall energy. It's very interesting. Okay, so we got, the first thing we got is inner earth, which is base chakra. Again, back to the root, just making sure we're totally grounded and we're safe and secure to explore these possibilities. It's also the strength and security and laying the foundation. It's interesting too with the inner earth stuff because that's part of like this sort of, you can Google that too, but there's a lot of, there's so many rabbit holes you can go down, but just the whole fact that, some of the early civilizations, instead of like just disappearing, may have reestablished themselves in the inner earth. So you never know. If it's true, we might start to get some connection and inkling of that truth. All right, but I think the overall is just, again, just reassuring that we're safe and we're secure as all these changes happen. Then we've got endless possibilities. This is opening us to our higher knowledge, our crown chakra, and all those abilities. Just, you know, the key word with crown chakra is limitlessness, and that's what we are. And so, hopefully, by Wednesday, we're starting to see the reality is just how amazing and energy, rich we are. Woo. And then we also got the new or waxing moon. Oh, that's interesting. It should be waxing, right? Isn't it? Or is it waning? I never know. I'm terrible at that moon stuff. Anyway, conception, inner self, and expansion. Yeah, so it's again just reminding us that things are being conceived and integrated and growing and changing and creating and expanding. So this is, and that's the other one of crown chakra. Another key word is expansion, right? Expansion into those higher realms. So yeah, this comet's coming to just put forward um, information and energy within ourselves to recognize who we truly are and how limitless and infinite we are. All right, so Wednesday looks like a good day of expansion. Again, I said, like, it's a good day for this whole week is a good week for spiritual endeavors. So lots of meditation, lots of journeying, lots of journaling, and just like as you integrate and discover, it's like discovering a whole new, you know, uh, method, or even if you were out sailing and discovering new land, right? It's like taking the notes on the changes that you see happening. Yeah, just keep track of it. You'll be amazed, and it will really help reiterate that you and I and all of us are powerful, infinite, amazing beings. So that's Wednesday. All right, taking a look at Thursday. So Thursday is a portal day, the 2-2. Those repeating again, just when energy is a little easier to access, or it's a little more tangible. But it's when we should be doing some of our best spiritual work. So I'm going to pull one card right now just for the overall meaning of the portal itself. Um, and we got Earth Star activation, anchoring, grounded action, and Isis energy. Oh, interesting. And again, we got the Merkaba up there and just really expanding into those higher uh, higher knowledge and higher energies. So again, things are starting to like come in, and as we anchor that energy and allow it to come in, um, it's really important just again to realize that to stay grounded. But I feel like it's just like saying it's like don't worry, you're totally like doing the thing you're supposed to do. Um, and then it's just connecting all, it's like connecting all the dots. And it's just like, so this portal is like really important for us to really start to utilize the energies that are being presented to us. Again, it's just post that comet too. So it just feels like it's just like, we're, on a subtle level, we're probably not going to see a lot happening, but we'll definitely be able to feel it. So, but it's also with that card, it was like, it was grounded action. So once we start to receive that information and that, that we start acting on um, how we utilize that energy out in the world. So, all right, let's take a look at when, or just the overall day for Thursday. My goodness, I'm just losing track of time and space all the time. All right. Yeah, this whole week it's just really coming up with like the things we need to do to like um to step into who we're becoming. Okay. So we got for Thursday or the 2nd, angelic frequency. Angels are here, you are safe, potent connection. Yeah. Okay. And then we got Into Me, I See. This one I love because it's sort of like the wings are there, but then it almost looks like there's like a UFO behind her, just lit up, right? Um, all the chakra colors represented. Really strong heart, really strong third eye. Um, and then we got the unicorn energies, so innocence, trust, and honesty. But again, I always like unicorn too because it's for me, it's like the epitome of like good, honest, yeah, honest, and innocent magic, just waiting to be tapped into. Again, we're just, it's pretty much the same as the other days. It's like we're still doing a lot of this, information's coming in. We're looking at ourselves, what is true, working our magic, and just being reminded that we're safe. Everything's going to be fine. This is all happening at an energetic level, exactly as it's supposed to. So, the key in that one though too is the potent connection. That seems to be like starting to weave itself through the days here. So it's like it's knowing that we're going to have a better understanding of that connection to the infinite and to the divine. So just kind of using your magic, whatever that is for you, it's different for everybody, but just really knowing that, this is really, um, this information is really coming in and you can trust it. Um, yeah. So that is the Thursday portal day. All right, let's take a look at Friday. Ooh, it seems like it's taking me forever to read this week. Normally it's like I go through this pretty quick, but it seems each one's a little bit long. So it just tells me that like a lot of important information is coming in this week. So don't panic. Just keep doing. Oh, this one. Just keep exploring. Like I said, this week doesn't feel like a week where you just know that we are we're grounded, we're safe, we're secure. It's fine for us to explore any information that comes in. But really, it's just about, it's like doing the journaling and doing the meditation and just seeing what's coming, right? Okay, so we also got for Friday, we also got Halls of Learning, Spirit Guides, Confirmation, and Great Lessons. And then we got the beautiful Uncaging. And we also got problem solving or resolution. Interesting. So yeah, I think by Friday, it's that's like what we've been talking about all week is that maybe we were getting little pieces of information here and there, weren't really sure what kind of grounded action to take. But by Friday, it's like, okay, I know who my guides are. I've had confirmation of exactly the energy that I am working with and some of my abilities and what I need to do with them. And then just this big heart opening is happening for us all. We finally found the key, and it's time to just open the heart, open it wide, and allow all this energy to, it's like it's at that point we've integrated it and we just start stepping into who we are. The resolution card, I think it's just like, it's obvious. It's not really so much problem solving. It's just that like it's all the pieces by Friday start to fall into place so that you understand the big picture. And it's the question for everybody, like, what am I doing here? Like, what am I supposed to be doing? And what is this really all about? So it's the resolution of all those old ways, um, and all the new that we've been seeking starts to drop into place to make a complete picture. So that's kind of nice by Friday. I'm ready for that. Uh, it'd be nice to not keep questioning, like, what am I doing? What am I supposed to be doing? I don't get it. So again, just focusing though, lots of heart energy, opening your heart, and really seeing those lessons that you learned and getting confirmation from our guides that it's happening and we're doing it. All right, that's Friday. Okay, let's take a look at Saturday. Interesting week. Ooh, oh, that Halls of Learning popped out again. We'll keep it there, but I am going to draw another one. It like flew out. It's like, yeah, you don't need to question. Maybe it's just a continuation over 2 days. Let's get into it. And we got those again. Okay. Phew. These cards are bouncy too. Oh, that's interesting. Now I shuffled them. I won't be able to pick up the card from yesterday. But okay. Whew. Okay, so like I said, I think this is like Saturday is a bit of a confirmation. Just it almost feels like it's like not all of that was quite done on Friday. So keep it going through Saturday because we got the same card again. So the Halls of Learning, Spirit Guides, Confirmation, and Great Lessons. And then when I drew another card, we got one that we already had earlier this week, which was the Anunnaki light codes, which is the energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. So it's interesting because yeah, now I got to post that silly event video, which I wasn't quite sure I was happy with. Um, and who knows, maybe I'll even re-record it because I wasn't totally happy with. It was just, it's literally just me blah, 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 about that. Anyway, it's what I'm trying to say is that it's yeah, it's a never-ending cycle. So it's not like just like on Wednesday we got all our guides and information and like we're like, okay, this is all coming together and I totally get it. And then Saturday we read these cards and guess what? More information is coming in. We're meeting new guides, we're getting new lessons. So it's never ending cycles, but the end of the cycle is the old way of doing things. This is now the new way that we're doing things. So, like I said, information is just going to be coming in almost on the daily, right? So it is up to us to tap in and do the work. And so, yeah, if you're sitting there saying nothing is happening, everything is frustrating, hopeless, any of those words, it's probably because and I'm not here to chastise you because I'm not doing it myself very often enough, is we're not listening and doing the work, right? Like writing, meditating, really getting into it. So the answers are there. We've learned these lessons. We're going to keep learning these lessons, but I think we're just getting that real thing to like, you really need to uh, spend the time in these activations, these that are happening and processing them out and writing them out or meditating through them. Yeah, because we also got sacred reverence. So again, it's the heart chakra, but it's funny because as opposed to the card yesterday, where it was the great big heart opening, and it just had there was no key in that picture, but it had the lock. And then Saturday, what we're getting is the key and the heart awakening. So there's constant heart awakenings happening this week. Um, and this is interesting too, if you can see, is that the design on the heart, this heart, and the hands is earth, the land mass, the blue, the shiny blue marble we live on. So having sacred reverence is again, it's taking that time to be in awe, to be in nature, to appreciate where we are and what is coming in. Reverence, and it is a meditation. It is a um, yeah, it's prayer, it's all of that stuff. So the key is us like really tapping into that heart information and then, you know, beaming that out to the rest of the world. We also got selenite for Saturday, which is spiritual activation and stimulation. So yeah, it's just telling me that everything is just, you know, bit by bit, day by day, we're getting more information and new information. So the easiest way for us to process and integrate that is to sit with it and to in reverence and just listen and listen to our guides and listen to the information coming in and allow it to integrate and activate. Yeah, it's exciting times. I know it's a lot and it can be pretty intense, but that's what I'm talking about is why this is happening in increments rather than just like, bang, pop, boom, there's a flashlight and we all just go into New Earth. Like, that would be really probably disconcerting even for people who have been doing this for a long time. So just take it day by day and step by step and integrate these things and just be in awe and reverence and just, and we really need to enjoy this time. Like this is like it's kind of like, like you got I don't know, you went traveling and you ended up, you know, just going to some, you know, festival and then your favorite artist was like the headlining act and you had no idea. It's like this is the great show and we're supposed to be here enjoying this. Not It's not supposed to be a struggle. It's not supposed to be so hard and painful. Lessons can be painful for sure. But we're supposed to be enjoying this part now and sitting back and really taking it all in because it is like magnificent. and a show like you've never seen in your lifetime, in most of our lifetimes, in hundreds of thousands of these lifetimes. So I challenge you this week to just sit in that sacred space in reverence and just take it all in. That's Saturday. Okay, I am gonna do cards for Sunday, just because I feel like we're on a bit of a roll. That is the full moon day. Um, like I said, I'm gonna try to do the reading. It might be fun just to do it live, um, if my computer and internet will participate. So, and I haven't done it for so long, so I'm gonna really strive for that. Um, and hopefully, if if you happen to be home and it's not too busy of a night for you, you could join me live and we can chat online and pull some cards for whoever's there and just sit in the energies, because like I said, this week there's just lots of information coming in, nothing shocking, nothing too intense, but we are supposed to be integrating all of this. So okay, Sunday. First thing we got is star being healing codes, important information. Wounds are healed, recharging. Okay, so yeah, that's like we've had this power packed week of stuff. We're still getting information coming in. Um, but just knowing too that like any old, that stuff that's still keeping us in fear and in worry and all of that, it's being healed on an energetic level. So just allow it. And how we do that is the next card, which is a deep breath. So taking that time again to meditate, or just I'm just seeing like sitting outside and just looking at the sky or the clouds or the trees, like just being in awe of this moment, but being at peace too, right? So take a deep breath, let everything integrate, know that healing is happening. And the recharging thing is super important. So I think it's just like we've been like, like we go, and then it's like a little bit of a thing and it's like rest. So if, you know, make sure we're resting in those moments too. We also got the sun, which usually when these cards come up, so we haven't had a ton of solar flares this week. I think a little bit on Monday. Um, yeah, I've so lost track of every day of the week. I have no idea what's going on. Um, but illumination, growth, and God energy. So it wouldn't surprise me if there was a big blast of energy, either from the solar flare or just like a huge amount of energy coming in with that full moon on Sunday. All right, so that's Sunday. We'll do a summary now just of the overall week and what we're supposed to be doing. But yeah, just you know, it's like the overall thing is we're learning a ton of lessons, and it's just time to start integrating those. And it's like taking stock of like what I've done and then how we want to go and use that. So like if we went to university and took all different kinds of courses, it's like, well, this one worked for me, but this one didn't. That's kind of what we're doing, is taking stock, letting our body integrate these energies and where we're headed, and healing and resting. But really, like, again, that sacred reverence just keeps coming up. It's like, just observe and enjoy these moments and be in awe of these moments, because they're incredible. Instead of looking at them as like a detriment or a like it's too much, I can't handle this, um, is just being in gratitude and grateful and in that space of love, because that's where our heart is ready to be open to this next phase of where we're headed. So that's Sunday, and we'll take a summary here. Okay, taking a look at the summary of this week. Same two cards. Ooh, Jumping out. Jumping, jumping. Okay, the first card we got is the Hermit, which says, I journey to a place of solitude to deepen my understanding of self knowledge. Yeah, so again, this is the integration. It's allowing all these beautiful, soft energies to come in and being, again, it's the same kind of coloring as that sacred reference card. I'm just gonna call the video that, I think. Um, it's just being in that space of like allowing all that information to integrate. Um, and the best way we do that and to deepen our knowledge and our understanding is to be, I don't want to say in solitude and silence, but it is. And when I say that sacred reverence card, it's like, I do get the image of just like almost being in a church alone and just, in prayer or just looking at the altar and the candles and just being in that, you know, awe of that God space. So that's the vision I'm getting for what this means, what we're supposed to be doing this week. So make sure you're taking those moments. You don't literally have to go to a church, but if you want to, I think they're beautiful to go sit sometimes and just listen to angelic, if there happens to be music or choir. I do like it when you're alone in one, like, so that's sometimes tricky, but the best church, and I'll say it again, is out in nature. So go spend some time alone in the forest. Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, we got two cards. I'll read this one first. No, I'm going to read this one first. So we got the ready but waiting card again. Um, again, so we're just in this little, I don't want to call it a holding pattern, but just know that everything is happening, keeping the peace, keeping the love, just we're just hanging on to it because energetically the moment isn't here yet. I've said this for like weeks and weeks. We will know when that moment is, when we beam out that Christ consciousness, or if you want to pick the peace dove as your thing, and we'll know. But it's okay. We're just keeping that container and keeping it at the right vibration. That's the key. And then we got brilliance for the sum of the week. I always love this card because I feel like it is the integration card. It's just got like all the chakra colors, but they're blended into, beautiful different watercolors. There's sacred geometry in there. This almost kind of looks like a little bit of a like dream keeper with feathers. So it's just, yeah, it's integrating all of that information and energy and creating, well, brilliance from it. So that is what we got for this week. And like I said, I think I'm going to re-record the event video, um, and just yeah, that just, I'm just undecided. I didn't like the way the first one turned out. That's why it didn't get posted on Sunday. Anyway, so we'll see, because it's just interesting to talk about. But just know when you pick up that video, I I will read some cards in there, but overall it's just me sort of sharing an experience of um, what I've been noticing since I came upon this. I think really the start would have been 2016, 2017. 2017 is more like it. So yeah. Anyway, we'll go over that. Okay, that's it for the week. Take care of yourselves. Go and sit in reverence for the beauty of it all as it happens and as it's supposed to be happening. Take care. I love you guys.